What's up, everybody? We're back with another edition of the Ad Podcast coming to you from CES. And I have Joy Farber Kolo, who is the Chief Impact Officer of Weber Shandwick, here to talk a little bit about what she's up to at CES this year. Joy, thanks so much for coming on. So do you want to maybe tell the audience a little bit about yourself? What's your remit at Weber and what are you here doing at CES this week?
Sure. My job is basically the work product, right? Elevating our work across the board, across our clients, and elevating our approach to that work, right? How do we deliver great work? And how do we constantly ensure we're driving our leadership? So when you think about that, that's how do we have the best possible teams? How do we have the best possible tools? And how do we have the best possible tech, right? So it's across the board. So obviously CES is a really important place to be. And I think this year is an incredibly exciting year for it, right? We all know it's sort of like that tipping point in AI. And you see everybody launching. You look at all of the agencies, all of the holding companies launching their new platforms. We're no different. Omnicom is launching something really big. So it's just an exciting time. And it's an exciting time to see how we're leveraging technology to create things that are better for the world, better for clients.
I love it. When I first saw your title, I thought maybe it had something to do with cause marketing when you think about impact, but it's really impact on work, impact on the organization, impact on clients, different way to frame it. So what is the most exciting practical agency application of AI? I feel like last year was like the hype beast cycle, and this year is like we're actually putting hands on keyboards and figuring out how to use it. So is there something that you've seen that's having an impact that's got you excited?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's so much that's exciting in AI, but at my heart, I'm a strategist. And so what I get really excited about is how much we can understand and deeply understand the communities that we're talking to, right? The communities that we are wanting to contribute value to. So for me, certainly the unearthing of the insights,
the sifting up and synthesizing of data, not having to do focus groups and so much first party stuff anymore.
Right. And finding things that are, and beyond just that, I think that the large language models allow us to understand signals at scale, to find things that are just starting to bubble and that are exciting and that our clients can jump on. So I think certainly it's what can we understand? How do we understand new places to add value, to build brands? Then how do we activate those, right? How do we go deep to activate them and bring them to life? So for me, there's tons of, tangible applications of AI that we're seeing all over CES.
Of course, yeah.
But I still think, it's interesting, right? It's how we're using AI to better understand humans. And in many ways, I think that's what's most exciting.
I love that. Sir Martin Sorrell sadly said the PR is dead. And I think with AI now more than ever, we've seen that PR is an incredibly important component of like AEO now, getting third-party citations through journalistic publications or even by independent publications. What do you say to Martin Sorrell, who says PR is dead?
Here's what I would say. I would say that earned, right, has never been more of a must for brands. And so for me, the idea of PR as amplifying an idea born and built for advertising, sure, right? Maybe that's diminished in importance. What we're seeing with our clients, and frankly, clients across the board that aren't just coming in through the door of Weber, is a desire for earn first, for thinking that is built to earn, briefed to earn, choreographed to earn. So I guess what I would say is I actually think we're having our moment. This is the era of earned, because and one of the things we actually say often is like reach without reaction isn't actually reach at all.
Yeah, so
right?
I can see that. So
And
yeah,
it takes earning, like if you want your story to spread, if you want it to break into culture, you have to build something worthy of earning.
you got to engineer it from the beginning.
Yeah. And that means, again, you have to start by truly deeply understanding the communities. That means that you have to not do fake brand world things. You have to do real world things and deliver for communities. And you can do that in a way that is very true to brands, that is about building something commercial and following it all the way through to commercial. So I guess what I would say is I think earned has moved up on the agenda.
Interesting. I love that. So, what are some of the exciting things on your schedule this week? What are you looking forward to? What are some key moments for you this week?
First of all, I did just come from like touring the Samsung space.
Nice. Pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing. I'm incredibly excited by it. So I would say I love that. I'm super excited to spend, again, time with our clients, our Mars clients, our IBM clients. There's a lot that's being announced, obviously, from Omnicom. So that's pretty interesting. But honestly, there's so many smart people sharing their perspectives, and I just want to be challenged, have my eyes opened, learn something new, and have a spark of something to do going into next year.
I love it. And Omnicom has their own presence this week. I think it's called Convene or Converge or something like that. I think it's on Thursday. Are you doing any talks this week?
I'm doing a talk with the Samsung client at the Brand Innovator space.
Very cool. And what are anything you want to tease out? What you guys are going to be hitting on? What you guys are going to some of the topics and themes?
I mean, I think right back to the conversation we're having. Right? If you look at the work we're doing with Samsung, it is built to earn. It's community insight first. It's not necessarily saying just how can we talk at you, but we at Weber have a belief that if you want to earn value, you have to contribute value. And if you want to contribute value, you have to deeply understand your communities. And we're going to talk a little bit about that work, how we feed fandoms and not just feed off them, and what an impact that's made for the Samsung business.
Love it. So be redressed if we didn't at least mention the integration, the merger. How are things going?
They seem pretty good so far. I mean, listen, what I'm excited about, what excites me and why I like coming to a place like this is I like getting to be around really smart people, work with people who do something different than I do, so I can get better and deliver better for my clients. So from my perspective, I think it gives us more incredible people. I'm really excited about some of the early stuff we've been shown about what we're going to have access to being part of Omnicom. So I think it's great.
Let's go. Awesome. Well, if we could point the audience anywhere to learn more, connect, where do you want to send people?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn's a spot?
Yeah.
Let's
LinkedIn.
go.
I think,
Awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, chatting with us a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Have an amazing CES. Hey, not bad, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Take care.
Cheers. Bye-bye.